We begin in the Middle East, where Israeli hostages have been released in exchange for thousands of Palestinian prisoners as part of the first phase of a new ceasefire agreement. We have our Park Kun-woo on the line to tell us more. Kun-woo, how has the hostage release been taking place?
Yes, Dami. So 7 of the 20 living Israeli hostages were released at around 8 a.m. local time on Monday, which is around 2 p.m. Korea time. They were first given to the International Committee of the Red Cross and then to the Israel Defense Forces. The remaining hostages, along with more than 20 bodies of those deceased, are also set to be released later today. In exchange, 250 Palestinian prisoners and more than 1,700 Gaza detainees will be freed after all of the Israeli hostages are released. But high-profile figures, including senior Hamas commanders, were reportedly excluded from the list. The released Israeli hostages have been transported to the Reim military base in southern Israel for initial checkups and to reunite with their families who have been waiting over 2 years for this moment.
I'm so excited. I'm full of happiness, and it's hard to imagine how I feel this moment. Thank you for everyone, all the people here in Israel and around the world that fight with us for this moment.
The hostages will be taken to hospitals for medical checkups afterwards, and Israeli Air Force helicopters are also on standby to airlift those in need of urgent medical care. Monday's hostage release marks the first phase of the truce deal between Israel and Hamas, a deal brokered by U.S. President Donald Trump along with Arab and Turkish representatives that began last Friday. But Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said it's not over yet.
The battle is not over. There are still very serious security challenges ahead. Some of our enemies are trying to recover so they can attack us again.
So, Kun-woo, what is actually left for a permanent peace deal to be reached? We know U.S. President Donald Trump has arrived in Israel.
Yes, so Trump will be heading to Egypt for a summit hosted with his Egyptian counterpart to discuss U.S. proposed deals and post-war plans on Monday, as there are more things to discuss, including the disarmament of Hamas. The event will be attended by more than 20 world leaders, including British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, although representatives from Israel and Hamas will not participate. Meanwhile, Trump also stopped by Israel around an hour ago, as you mentioned before, to meet Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and address the country's parliament. On his way to Israel, Trump said the war has ended and the ceasefire will hold.
I think people are tired of it. It's been centuries, okay? Not just recent, it's been centuries. I think people are tired of it. Yeah, the ceasefire is going to hold.
And alongside, Trump will be awarded the Israeli Presidential Medal of Honor, Israel's highest civilian honor, according to the Israeli Presidential Office, to recognize his efforts in securing the release of the 48 hostages held by Hamas. And that's all I have for you now. Back to you, Dami.
All right, Kun-woo, thank you for that coverage.